Hi everyone. I've just written a blog about ways to improve your sales pages because I know this comes up quite a lot, and I thought, why not narrate it into a video too, because I know some people prefer to watch a video and it might be nice to hear my voice just explaining it. So, when you look at a sales page and you think that's looking a bit off, like something's not right, and I want to improve it. This video will hopefully walk you through some steps so you can check through your page and make sure it's all flowing just right. Sorry, the sun's in my eye. My little one's asleep in the back, so before we go and get the rest of my kids. So when you're looking at your page, you think, it's not right, something's off, something's not 100%. Just follow these steps and hopefully you'll be right as rain. So the first step is to check through all the details. So I always tell people, before you focus on design, before you focus on the way it looks, it needs to have the right information. At the end of the day, like I've purchased big things, from Google Docs. Like as long as I have the information and I'm assured that this is what I want, this is what I need, and this is right for me, then I will buy. And that's the same for your clients. And that's not just a personal thing for me. That is, the reality is, if your page is missing the right information, people won't buy it or you'll lose clients. So really go through the page and make sure that you've got all the main details are in there, little niggles that people might be thinking about. I mean, just as an example, I was buying life insurance like last week, and I put myself and my partner on it, and I wasn't sure if, yes, we're both covered, but I wasn't sure if we would both get a payout if, one of us dies after the other. I know it's quite morbid, but I wasn't sure, and I just didn't buy it straight away. I was like, I've got to go find that out, and I've left it, and it's been days now. That happens so much. If there's a little detail missing, it could be something that's obvious to you but not obvious to your clients. Just really try and cover all your bases. Get all the details in there as much as you can. Times, dates, the duration of stuff, what's expected of them during your program, what they need beforehand. For example, if they need to be experienced or if they need to have certain prerequisites. Am I saying that right? Make sure you have that covered in the page. Any details like that, what they will receive, anything that's included as part of the deal, any bonuses, anything that has a time limit on it. Really make sure you include the details, especially if they're like live events or session dates. Really have those dates and times and things lined up where they'll be taking place as well. I've seen a lot of offers that people are including like an in-person day, but there is no details about where it is. There's like a general date sometimes, but like that's major. Like to me, I have to plan childcare and transport and things like that. I need to know in advance before I sign up to these things. So really think about your users and their lifestyles and what information will reassure them. So make sure you have all that. Also have an FAQ, even if all the details are throughout the page written, nicely. Have an FAQ section with those details repeated for the people who, skim read. It's just really helpful. Just try and be as helpful as you can. And then if someone asks you a question after the fact and says, I don't know, how long are the sessions? Pop that. If that information isn't already in the page, go and pop it in. Any questions you get after you've launched a page, go and pop them in. It will just help the next person. I always say, for every person who contacts you with a question, there's probably 10 who didn't contact you, who might have the intention to contact you, but they just haven't gotten around to it, or they've forgotten, or they've gone, like, I'm not sure about it now. You just really want to make sure everyone has the details they need to make an informed decision. The next thing to take stock of is your formatting. So when you have like a Word document and you've got like headers and then you have text in between, things like that, really go through the page and make sure things are consistent. So consistent will be a different thing, will mean different things on different people's pages. So for me, I try and keep heading sizes quite consistent. So the biggest heading on the whole page has to be the title of the sales page. Usually around 60 px if you do like in px sizing. But this does depend on your font. Some fonts show up very small and some fonts show up massive. So really play by ear and experiment on your side. And then every other heading, has to be a different size. So heading 2 would be the next size down from heading 1, and heading 3 would be the next size down from that. So really keep it consistent. Usually the main section headers, so you like throughout the page they've got like, you know, sections. Try and keep the main headers on each section heading 2, and then work it down from there. If this means nothing to you, watch the rest of my videos I'll be bringing out, and just really keep it consistent. So if sometimes like people change the formatting of each paragraph, so one paragraph will be like push to the left, and then another paragraph will be all the text will be in the middle. My personal and professional preference is left aligned. It's just easier to follow. But I know a lot of people do like to have center aligned, especially for mobile view. So again, try and keep it consistent for your page. So if you've done everything to the center, try and keep most of it to the center then. Try not to have one paragraph left and then the next one center and the next one to the right. Like, try and keep it all similar. And lastly, like the colors too. So try and obviously stick to your brand colors, but really pay attention to contrast. I see a lot where someone will put like white writing on a yellow background. That is really, really inaccessible. It makes it very, very hard to read and to follow. I have linked in my blog, there's an Adobe contrast checker that you can use. You can Google it. You can put your colors in and it will check for you if it's right, if there's enough contrast between the text and the background. And then lastly, once you've like checked all the details, once you've checked the formatting and the colors, go back and check visualization in the page. Another job that your sales page has is to help the person visualize their life after they have bought your offer. It's just a nice to have. It's not essential, but it can make all the difference. So you can do this with imagery, or you can do this in your copy. With imagery, you want to have the visualizations of the things you're claiming in your sales page. So if you're claiming that your dog will be happier and more content and they're not going to have separation anxiety, show happy, content dogs. If your sales page is claiming to show you how to maintain your home by yourself, show like someone painting the outside of their home or laying their own slabs and things like that, you know, like really show the vision of what they can achieve with your offer that you're selling. Obviously link this in with your values and your branding. So if your branding has a lot of nature, try and have some, I don't know, plants in the background. I'm just winging it here, what I'm telling you. If your brand values, and I would argue a lot of people's values now are like diversity and inclusivity, show a range of people in your imagery. I think these things are really important to link back to your brand values and show what you're about and what's important to you. The other thing you can do is do it through copy. Through your copy, really expand on your points. So if you're saying to someone, you know, save 10 hours a week so that you can follow your dreams, spend more time with your kids, you know, do the things you've always been putting off. Really, really sell it, really show the vision. Even better if you have testimonials and case studies to show off and show that how people have achieved that with your offer. That's it. Like, I hope this was useful. I hope this was really insightful. There is obviously quite a lot I've covered here. If you have any questions, let me know. I do a free funnel audit session every single month. That is free to attend anytime. You just need to submit your funnel to me before the session. So I will choose 5 every single month to go through live on the session. Even if I don't review your funnel, it might be helpful to see what I have suggested during the session. And yeah, I hope that was useful. Have a lovely day and take care. Bye.